this is what it means, that even colleges and universities will have to look afresh into their curriculum and see which new streams will be relevant in the next generation and adopt those streams, develop those curriculums, and obviously assessment mechanisms around that. Right? So that's the impact on the academics. Obviously, we in the training profession, those who are training people, will have to adopt the new way of learning. Instructor-led will not become zero, but the percentage will drop. We will be more instructor-led in a virtual mode probably, and sometimes on a consultative mode. So even us as the IT professional or professionals from the pharma industry, we will have to undergo a change, but more importantly, the teachers in the schools and colleges will also have to adapt themselves to this new generation, because what has been working till now may not work, right? So that entire population of teachers, professors, etc. will have to learn a new way of dealing with this audience. Learning management systems, we have many on the plate, okay? So Sabha, Samproti, Cornerstone, and there are some custom developed LMSs. They will have to adopt their platform to support the new technologies. Currently we are at SCOM AICC, Flash is coming big way, HTML5 is coming big way, mobile is becoming the preferred device on which learning happens. So the LMS should be able to render all this onto the platform from where the content is accessed. So LMS will have to adopt to this new thing. And last but not the least, we have covered it in some way. The modes of training delivery will largely move into virtual, self-learning rather than instructor-led. Right? Instructor-led, again I repeat, will not be zero, but it will drop. So that's where we stand. So last slide from my side. Are we on good time? So this is a research done by Christy Price on how the millennials want to learn. This is again available on the internet. You can type Christy Price and look at it. She says that if we have to engage millennials, our approach of the organization should be providing them research-based methods. So instead of teaching them, tell them this is where it is, go and learn it. So it's more self-directed, but still monitored. The second one is relevant. Like I said, if the project is in April, training someone in Jan or Feb may not be welcome. They will expect you to train them just in the end of March or early April because it's relevant. That's one point. Second point is, do I need to learn something only for this project? Then I better learn it now rather than learn it and not apply it. The focus is on whatever I'm learning, am I able to apply it now? That's where that relevance piece comes in. Right? The third one is the rationale, the why. And that's where again the conflict management trainers. The rationale has to be sensible and logical for someone to take up the job. So the manager, the leader, the organization have to really think through what this work requires. Make it as clear as possible for that person to admit that, okay, I will take it up. Right? So justification, rationale will increase. Last is relaxed. And this as a characteristic is very, very important, more from an learning perspective. More from a learning perspective, I want the employee to learn at his pace. So self-paced learning and e-learning, they will be a great expectation by the millennials. Right? And the last but not the least, that. So if I have 10 people reporting into me, and I treat them as more of a friend, more of a family member, they are more likely to trust me, work for me, rather than looking at 5 bariya ghar jana. So that's where that social piece comes in and rapport plays a vital role. Right? So this is a research which Christy Price has done, and I thought it is relevant in our context, so I have accredited it here. So quickly, the wrap up of the session from my side. I think we all know by now from last 30 minutes that I spoke, we are going to go through a major change in the coming years. We have to prepare ourselves for that. As far as the new generation of workforce is concerned, these people are self-reliant. They are okay to take any challenge. They are willing to shed the sweat to make it happen. We have to provide that opportunity. Right? Additionally, they are conscious about what organization they are working for, how my career will grow in this company, what compensation am I getting, how much of it is now and how much of it is later. That's the key driver for them. They want an organization which is also good in CSR. I'm not mentioning it, but we talked about it. CSR is going to be another key factor, deciding factor for a millennial. And as far as millennials are concerned, as we discussed, this is a group of people who are rapid. They can adapt to change like anything. Right? So they are not afraid of change is what I mean to say. Existing org structures will go through a change, and just-in-time learning, acquiring skills when needed, will become the mainstream of the organization versus what we practice today. Okay, so I think I'm done. I thought I would just bring up some quotes for all of you to quickly read and so during the day the discussions are still going to happen. So Socrates, Ratan Tata and Bill Gates. Okay, thank you for your time. I hope it was a useful session for all of you. Maybe Narendra, we can take some questions. Sure. So please raise your hand, ask your question.
That the industry is getting ready to face these new challenges. I find that the educational institutes and the schools are almost not there. What would you suggest that industry can do it or OS can do it? Because they also contribute a lot.
Absolutely.
And we get students who are like way out of the way or they are not at all aligned towards the industry.
I will have a part answer and anyone else from the group please jump in. 1 minute, let me answer it, I'll come to you. See, my view, and this is my view, and as I covered in the slide also, a forum like this should also be participated by principals or deans of some universities. That's one. Second, this is now going to be a true collaborative effort because, like I said, the service of the product knowledge is with us, all of us in our respective verticals, but what the academics bring are the concept and the structures of the logic behind it. If only logic is taught as the case is today, the problem becomes that when they onboard the organization, they are fairly disconnected. And then we pump in a huge amount of money on getting them up to speed just to be a fresher who is billable at a lower cost. Right? So this gap will have to bridge through collaboration between the industry and the academia. And anyone else, feel free to be that.
We are doing one CSR activity where the program is ESD, Employability Skill Development Program, which actually Sonali is taking care of.
So what we do exactly is the students who are into engineering background and in their third year, we give them immense training of around 2 hours plus training. This is free of cost training to students and colleges, and they are trained on soft skills around 50 to 80 hours and technical trainings. And the technical training is a project-based training. So they will go through all this SDLC and we provide these e-learning licenses also. And when they actually join the company, they have some knowledge.
Sure. So this is one of the approach, and there are many more creative approaches available.